Welcome to r/agedlikemilk, where the MAGA cope is so real. Trump claims that Wes Moore privately told him, "Sir, you're the greatest president of my lifetime." Oh yeah, and then Trump woke up. Yeah, lol. Keep telling yourself that, Mr. President. Whoa, let's be real right now. When has Trump ever lied about anything ever? Even though you're saying you aren't Wes Moore, you actually do like Trump. Because, I mean, he doesn't lie after all. Everything they accuse others of. Kamala's newest lie. Trump will send the army after you. You know, the National Guard in, DC and stuff is really starting to slightly indicate to me that Kamala might have been right. Not a lie, it's the truth, and she knew it was gonna happen because of Project 2025 putting it out there for all to read. But whoa, according to all of the propaganda channels, Project 2025 had nothing to do with Trump. I mean, it's not like he says he wanted to be a dictator or anything. I read this quote somewhere, and it's been haunting me ever since. The road to fascism is lined with people telling you to stop overreacting. Hey, relax, guy. Why do you always tell everybody to relax the moment Jeffrey Epstein is brought up? Because, I mean, you should relax. This is definitely a relaxing time. Oh look, it's Matt Walsh. MAGA shill number 5872. Let me guess, what's he gonna be? Brain dead, or brain dead? Yes, make it a crime to burn the American flag. Desecration of the gay pride flag is already prosecuted as a hate crime in this country. No more double standards. If the sacred symbol of the LGBT cult is protected, American flags should be too. Simple as that. I don't know about you, but a natural process that exists within countless species in the animal kingdom, I don't think is a cult. Unless animals like elephants, giraffes, hyenas, and penguins are all just members of a cult. And also, they're just all woke. Oh yeah, nature is woke, that's why they want to destroy it with oil drilling. But burning the flag doesn't abolish or harm the country in any way. It just makes people very emotionally upset. It looks like it's making you very emotionally upset as well. And speech that makes people very emotionally upset is the only speech that needs to be protected. I think all speech needs to be protected, but you do you. The pro-peace president, by the way. President Poopy Diaper. The Pentagon should be called the Ministry of War, not Defense. We don't just want to defend, we want to attack. I am peace, everyone. Donald the Dove and Hillary the Hawk. So many feckless, foolish, and amoral political commentators and reporters. Their ineptitude is a part of why so many people turn to alternatives, who are even worse in many cases. Yeah, right? It's wild how the better options keep leading us deeper into this mess. It just feels like a never-ending cycle. Irony at its peak, claiming peace, while actions say something entirely different. Well, you don't understand. They're now saying shit like, peace through strength. Because as everyone knows, the best way to stop war is more war, apparently. We won. A reminder that you're not garbage, a bigot, a Nazi, or whatever these freaks throw at you. Saying you're not a bigot while calling anyone who disagrees with you a freak is crazy work. You love your country and want what's best for everyone. Be proud of that. Is this best for everyone in the room with us now? Yeah, what is best for everyone? We're 7 months and 6, as of recording currently 9, days into this term, and I have not seen anything that has been best for everyone. I've never seen anything that was best for everyone that wasn't just a hard biological requirement anyway. Hey chat, if you guys are enjoying the Bidenfreude, you should totally like, subscribe and share, because it helps this gay guy reading stuff a lot. Anyways, back to the video and have a good day. They really believed this. Putin calls for total destruction of Ukrainian statehood and rejects ceasefire in meeting with Orban. He's emphasized Russia's preference for a full and final end to the conflict rather than allowing Ukraine to regroup or rearm. AKA, oh crap, Trump's gonna be the next US president. We gotta wrap this up by Jan 20th. Exactly. Last time I checked, it's like 7 months in. Last time I checked, Ukraine is still fighting. And there's literally been no movement diplomatically. I really wonder why. Putin just bombed the crap out of Kiev today, killing dozens of civilians, damaging EU and UK offices. Europe is fucking pissed. Why hasn't our Prince of Peace come through yet? I think he's too busy changing the MOD's name to Ministry of War. And you know, doing this whole peace through strength thing, and also having free lunches with Putin, and you know, not really doing anything to stop the war. Tomorrow, he'll say if Zelensky had given up his territory, this wouldn't have happened, or something similarly moronic. It was Biden, it was Obama. Thing is, the world is not filled with low IQ maggots. Whoa, the world isn't just full of gullible people? Whoa. And they see through his BS. They didn't end up pulling all support because he probably now sees the importance of defending Ukraine. At the same time, he isn't arming them like the tough, strong man he claims to be. So Putin will just keep pushing and gaining territory until something changes. And if it doesn't, he's gonna take Ukraine. The indictment failed to convict the sandwich thrower. Don't bread on me. Was this sponsored by Subway by any chance? Assault on a law enforcement officer and you'll be prosecuted. This guy thought it was funny. Well, he doesn't think it's funny today because we just charged him with a felony. And it sticked worse than a bit of sandwich meat being thrown onto a police officer's riot visor. I don't think the sandwich thrower thought it was funny then. He was mad as hell that martial law had been declared in his city. I believe this woman is a pyromaniac. Whoa, people don't like it when you declare martial law and like basically try to do a military takeover of certain areas of the country that don't agree with dear leaders' views? Whoa, I thought people would welcome them with open arms. Yeah, bro went ham on law enforcement that night. He fought the law and the slaw won. Everything said here was a lie. Whoa, the right and MAGA lies? No, that can't be true. Near the top of the agenda is to pass a massive tax cut for American workers and families. Yeah, sure thing. Are American workers and families your billionaire mates by any chance? Or even better, the people that gave you bribes? A right-winger saying that they care about the working class is as valuable as a politician's words. Like I said, the sandwich meat sticks more. I'll be working with Congress to get a bill on my desk to cut taxes for the rich. Keeps my promises for no tax on tips. Yeah, like I said, sandwich meat. Moderates every 4 years. Dems haven't fixed anything fast enough. I know. Let's give tax cuts for the rich another try. It's why I can't take a lot of these folks seriously. You literally can't take anyone that voted for Trump at all seriously. The dude is the most transparently shit person in political history. Nobody has ever been this openly awful ever. And if they still let him have the reins, then they are either too self-absorbed or too dumb to be reasoned with to begin with. I enjoyed low prices so much. Yeah, so did I. And now we only get the low price of the dollar. and that's about it. Trump low prices, but Kamala high prices. Something's off with that photo. Did you mix up the names? I think you got the names mixed up there. He actually duped a lot of people into voting for him. Yep, the social media propaganda machine has a lot to do with it. It is allowed to prey on people's fear and normalize division, hatred, and racism. Imagine telling someone like 15 years ago that fucking Twitter and Facebook was going to significantly contribute to basically fascism in the United States. It helps that the Republican base is so amazingly dumb. I think we should get a bunch of MAGAs into a stadium and say that there's Gullible on the ceiling and count how many look up. They believed a bunch of stickers on gas station pumps. They couldn't understand the simplest supply and demand issue of gas prices during a pandemic, when people didn't commute. Just so deeply stupid. I've really got to say though, that MAGA and the right's propaganda has probably got to be some of the most low quality slop, probably in history. Like, goddamn, at least the North Koreans have somewhat decent music, and they've got those like statues and artwork and shit. America's just got Twitter slop accounts and a guy with a really small face and a weird smile. Trump says he now thinks he'll be able to solve Russia-Ukraine in 2 weeks. Which, it's been over 3 months now. Has it been solved? There's a head scratcher that. I think 2 weeks is just Trump talk for, why the fuck are you asking me this? You actually wanted me to solve shit? Not gonna happen. So I'm gonna say 2 weeks because that's how long your attention span is. He campaigned on ending it day one. He campaigned on a lot of things day one. But like all of his campaign promises, it was another lie. Whoa, you're telling me that there's not going to be low grocery prices, low gas prices, everything being made in the US of A, and all wars suddenly ending on day one of Trump getting in? Oh, what? You've gotta be telling some lies. Are you paying attention yet? The DOJ and Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyers have made a deal that her little black book of contacts will never be made public. What possible interest would the US government have in keeping Epstein's clients secret? Oh. Hey, can we bring this guy back, please? Oh, you want sane JD? You'll have to pay him some sane JD money. Because that's how prostitution works, sweetie. There is always a tweet from JD's past that directly contradicts whatever he's saying now. Always. Just like Trump. You don't go from calling a guy American Hitler to being his second command in a couple of years if you're fettered by inconsequential things like morals or ethical consistency. Just like his boss. And also, like that entire fucking cult.